Mark Ingram, he signs a 1-year, $3 million deal with the Houston Texans. So Mark Ingram, the last few seasons, he was on the Baltimore Ravens, but last year he was injured and he really struggled for the Raven team. But it's a 1-year deal at $3 million. Still a decent payday for the veteran here in Mark Ingram. But over there in Houston, they need some running back help. Last season, it was mostly more Duke Johnson carrying the workload there and David Johnson. But we'll see if David Johnson comes back as a starter this year. And right now, they got 3 running backs over there in Houston. So Mark Ingram in 2019, 202 carries. He had 1,018 yards, 10 rushing touchdowns, 26 catches, 247 yards, and 5 receiving touchdowns, 2 fumble losses, and 2 two-point conversions. And then last season, in his injured season, only 72 rushes, 299 yards on the ground, 2 touchdowns, 8 targets, 6 catches, and 50 yards. So Mark Ingram, he's in the latter half of his career right now here, and it's going to be only a 1-year deal. He'll probably be a guy used in short yardage here for the Texans unless David Johnson's out or if David Johnson gets traded or released here by the Texans. But Ingram, one of the first moves to go down here in the offseason with a player signing with a new team. We've seen a few trades early on here in the offseason with Wentz going to Indianapolis and Jared Goff and Matthew Stafford deal. But Ingram, one of the first free agents off the board, and he lands here with Houston. So this season in fantasy football, I think Mark Ingram, he's a player maybe in the later rounds, 14th, 15th round, one of the last rounds of your draft. You take him as a flyer because last season, even before the injuries and stuff, he just wasn't producing. 2 seasons ago, he was a total monster, though, for Baltimore and a 3rd or 4th round pick in fantasy drafts. But this year, it looks like Mark Ingram, he's going to be a backup and a player maybe you take a flyer on later in your fantasy football draft if you're in a 12 to 14 team league. So Mark Ingram, he signs a 1-year, $3 million deal here with the Houston Texans. And we'll see what he does for Houston and fantasy owners in the upcoming 2021 season.